Bear with.
Yourselves.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pause for a moment to let you reflect on the majesty of the love box.
Beauty of it. And if you haven't seen Fame the musical, then that will mean nothing to you. Hello, we are not your mum. Now, the first thing that we would like to say about being famous, or wanting to be famous rather, is why? For the love of God, why? What? Oh dear, no. Having to look cheerful like all the time and pristine in case that, you know, somebody's chasing you with a camera. You can't go anywhere without somebody following you. Your personal life is not personal anymore.
No.
It is
Public
life. You have to be careful about what you say all the time, and people just are mean to you for no reason, just say horrible things about you and write mean stuff. What was that Circle of Shame they used to have in Heat magazine? I don't know if they still do. You know, like, oh no, your toe slipped out of his sandal, how could you? Sorry for being human and having toes.
Yeah, well, your trousers slightly went up your front bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, obviously, if you are a celeb, then you get lots of people wanting to be your friend / partner, and you're probably really rich. But do you really want strangers to be your friend? Because they could be really boring or smelly or something. Best, you know, to choose your own friends. And you don't have to be famous to be rich. You just have to be successful.
Basically, if you just want to be famous, then we can't really help you with that. So, sorry.
Yeah, it's all about that.
Bye.
Bye.
But if you want to be successful, then that is where we can help you. So,
Yes.
watch on.
Watch on. The one thing that all famous people have in common, unless they're famous for committing a crime, and you don't want to be like them, is that they all work their feckin' asses off.
Mm-hmm.
Even celebs like Kim Kardashian or Joey Essex, who don't actually appear to do anything, work their asses off.
You don't get yourself on TV and in magazines just by accident. It takes a lot of work to build up those contacts. And you don't become a global brand like Kim K just by sitting on your behind and doing nothing.
Even
you have
if
to
it is
work every day.
Yeah. And she has to work at her behind, coincidentally.
Well, that's very true. Although, obviously, she had a slight head start in having a super famous family.
And yes, it is painfully true that if you have money or family connections or friend connections, then it is going to be easier for you to become successful than if you don't. But just because it's easier for one person doesn't mean to say that it is impossible for another.
J.K. Rowling was a single mum with no money when she wrote the first Harry Potter book. Jay-Z grew up on a council estate and regularly got in trouble with the police before he, you know, pulled up his socks and got into the hip-hop business.
Global hip-hop superstar game.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oprah Winfrey grew up in poverty and she is now widely considered to be the richest African American in the world. She's worth literally billions. Tom Cruise also grew up in poverty and had an abusive father to boot. And whatever you might think about him now, you have to admit that, you know, he is pretty rich, famous and successful.
One thing that all of these people have in common is that it took hard graft to get to where they are today. It won't have been easy, and at some points it would have been tedious, and they'll probably have to have made loads of sacrifices along the way. But now they could, like, you know, buy the moon or something, so, you know, swings and roundabouts. Swings and roundabouts.
If they can do it, is there any reason at all why you can't as well? If you're constantly thinking, oh, well, you know, I'll never succeed or I'll never get there or anything negative like that, then it will become what is known as a self-fulfilling prophecy, i.e. if you think it enough, then you will subconsciously work towards that goal, even if the goal is not being successful. Yeah.
So, make your self-fulfilling prophecy your future success. Rather than thinking, I will never make it, think, I will make it. If you can't be asked or bothered to go to your sports practice or your music practice, do your homework or whatever, if your mindset is, I will succeed, then you'll find a way to go to these things because you'll want to.
Yeah. Because that's the way that your mind is set.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
Mindset.
Nobody ever got successful or famous by sitting around on their arse doing nothing. And anyway, sitting around on your arse doing nothing is kind of soul destroying and depressing, and it means you don't have anything to talk about.
Other than your bed sores.
Yeah. You're never too young to grab life by the balls, so get grabbing.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Hope we have, I don't know what the word is. Encouraged.
G'd
you up. Giving you some pep.
Yes, indeed.
That was very loud, pep. Sorry. I've got too much pep now. Woo, pep.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
It was a really ridiculous wave. Bye.
We need to get like a really good wave going. We like start a new trend of how to wave.
See, we should never film so that we can see ourselves. You're the bottom.
You're the bottom. You're a bottom. Oh dear. I'm just trying to read this now. What am I supposed to be saying?
Excuse me.
Mm.
Never been called a bottom before.